Hello everyone. Today we're diving into something intriguing. We're going to talk about a hidden prophecy of the world. Now, it's important to note that the idea of a definitive, maybe secret prophecy that predicts the fate of our world is pretty elusive. There isn't one universally accepted prophecy that fits this description. But there are a bunch of different beliefs, myths, and predictions from various cultures and traditions that offer fascinating insights into how people have thought about the end of times or the ultimate fate of humanity throughout history. So let's embark on a journey exploring some of these hidden prophecies and what they might reveal about our hopes, fears, and understanding of existence. When we think about prophecies, it's hard not to stumble upon some significant ones that have echoed through history. Take, for instance, the Christian view of the Book of Revelation in the New Testament. This book is filled with symbolic language and imagery that has captivated and maybe even frightened readers for centuries. The Book of Revelation talks about the end of times, the return of Jesus Christ, and a final battle known as the Battle of Armageddon. It paints a picture of a world in turmoil with elements of war, natural disasters, and global upheaval. Then we have the ancient Jewish text known as the Book of Daniel. It also contains visions about the future, including the rise and fall of empires and, of course, predictions about the end times. Daniel's visions include symbolic beasts representing kingdoms and a figure who comes like a son of man, possibly referring to a messianic figure. These biblical prophecies aren't just confined to a single book. They're scattered throughout both the Old and New Testaments. Messianic prophecies, for example, are spread across many parts of the Bible, and they talk about a future time when a Messiah will bring peace and divine justice to the world. Now, what's really interesting is how these prophecies have shaped not only Christian theology, but also history itself. They've inspired art, literature, and countless discussions about the ultimate fate of our world. But it's also sparked a lot of debate and maybe even fear. People have wondered, are these prophecies unfolding before our eyes? And if so, what does it mean for the future of humanity? Let's now turn our attention to Islamic prophecies. The Quran, the central religious text of Islam, contains various prophecies about the end times. These prophecies are also rich in symbolism and imagery, just like the Christian ones we explored earlier. They talk about the return of Jesus, who Muslims believe will be a messenger of God, the coming of a righteous leader called the Mahdi, and the emergence of a deceitful figure known as the Dajjal, who claims to be God. These Islamic prophecies also mention signs that precede the Day of Judgment, such as earthquakes, celestial changes, and the unleashing of contagious diseases. In addition to the Quran, Islamic prophecies are also found in the Hadith, which are collections of the Prophet Muhammad's sayings and teachings. These prophecies don't just paint a picture of the end times. They also offer guidance on how Muslims should live their lives in the present. They emphasize the importance of righteousness, justice, and living according to the will of God. Just as Christian and Jewish prophecies have had a profound impact on Western history, Islamic prophecies have played a vital role in shaping the course of Muslim civilizations. They've inspired art, architecture, and even political movements. The idea of the Mahdi, for instance, has been a powerful symbol of hope and liberation for many Muslims throughout history. Moving beyond Abrahamic traditions, let's explore Hindu prophecy, particularly the concept of the Kalki avatar. In Hindu mythology, the word avatar means descent, and it refers to the belief that certain divine beings, or gods, periodically incarnate themselves on earth to restore balance and righteousness. The term Kalki refers to a specific avatar, and the prophecy associated with him speaks of a time when the world will be engulfed in darkness and immorality. According to this prophecy, Kali Yuga is the darkest and most wicked age of a cycle of time. And at the end of this age, Lord Vishnu, one of the principal deities in Hinduism, will manifest himself in the form of Kalki to save humanity. This prophecy is found in ancient Hindu texts, like the Puranas, which are vast narratives that combine religious teachings with historical accounts and mythology. Kalki is described as a warrior who will ride a white horse and carry a sword and a bow. He will eliminate evil and usher in a new Satya Yuga, an age of truth and enlightenment. Similar to other prophecies, the Kalki avatar has had a deep impact on Hindu culture. It's inspired various works of art, literature, and even some reform movements. For Hindus, This prophecy serves as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is hope for renewal and the triumph of good over evil. In Buddhism, the concept of prophecy is a bit different. Buddhism, founded by Siddhartha Gautama, who is revered as the Buddha, doesn't focus on predicting the future in the same way that some other religions do. However, there are Buddhist scriptures that contain what might be considered prophecies. One of the most notable is the prophecy regarding the coming of Maitreya. Maitreya is the name given to the next Buddha who will appear on earth to teach the Dharma, which refers to the Buddha's teachings and the cosmic law and order. The prophecy states that Maitreya will come when the teachings of Gautama Buddha have been forgotten and the world has descended into chaos and suffering. Maitreya's arrival is seen as a moment of great hope and renewal when the Dharma will be restored and people will be guided towards enlightenment. The prophecy of Maitreya is found in Buddhist scriptures, such as the Avatamsaka Sutra and the Sutra of the Aptosetta, contemplation of the Bodhi mind. It's important to understand that in Buddhism, the term prophecy is unused in the same way as it might be in other religions. The coming of Maitreya isn't seen as a prediction, but rather as an event that will occur when the conditions are right. It's a reminder that the path to enlightenment is always available, and that the teachings of the Buddha will continue to guide humanity. And then we encounter Nostradamus, a French seer and astrologer, whose writings have captured the imagination of many. Born in the 15th century, Nostradamus is best known for his Book of Quatrains, which are 4-line stanzas that are believed by some to contain prophecies about future events. Nostradamus wrote in a cryptic and metaphorical style, which allows for multiple interpretations of his words. This has led to a lot of speculation and debate about whether he really had prophetic powers or how accurate his predictions were. Over the years, people have tried to link specific events, from the French Revolution to the rise of Hitler to the attacks of September 11th, with Nostradamus's writings. While there is no concrete evidence to support the claim that Nostradamus accurately predicted the future, his writings remain popular and fascinating. Whether you see him as a true seer or simply a talented writer, Nostradamus has left an indelible mark on our fascination with prophecy and the unknown. We can't and talk about hidden prophecies without mentioning indigenous cultures and their deep connection to the land and the spiritual realm. Many indigenous traditions have prophecies that are often tied to harmony with nature and warnings about the consequences of environmental destruction. For instance, the Hopi people of North America have prophecies that speak of a time of purification and renewal. These prophecies serve as guidance for the Hopi people, emphasizing the importance of living in balance with nature and the spiritual world. Similarly, other indigenous cultures around the world have their own prophecies that highlight the interconnectedness of all living things and the need for respect and care for the earth. Let's take a moment to appreciate the power of prophecy, whether viewed as religious revelations, mystical insights, or simply human reflections on the complexities of existence. Prophecies have a profound impact on our cultures, beliefs, and the course of history. They shape our understanding of the past, influence our decisions in the present, and guide our hopes and fears for the future.